How will the weather hold up for the fireworks displays? Meteorologist Robb Ellis is back with the first alert forecast, Rob, and as we just saw a live picture, they stopped the race.
Yeah, the concern is lightning mainly, right. And anytime you have a large group of people outside and we have even just one lightning strike, that is a concern, and they are taking the safety precautions as we expected. So let's dive right into it and show you what to expect. Here's the radar lighting up. We did expect the concerns for lightning to be there today. We've been talking about the possibility of pop-up thunderstorms. I actually want to back my radar up a couple of frames because I want to start on a wider view just to show you that overall this is exactly what we expected. Few and far between, but unfortunately where the storms did pop up, it is posing a concern. And there's not a lot of lightning with this, but there were a couple of strikes even outside of where the heaviest rain was. Notice it was a lightning strike there, just maybe about 4 or 5 miles away from the loop. So again, we have to be concerned about that because lightning can occur as much as 20 miles outside of a thunderstorm. There is a line of storms that has developed, but what I've also been noticing is that there are a couple of outflow boundaries. All the cooler air from the storms hits the surface and kind of spreads out. And then this can become a focal point for even more showers and storms. So I would be watching the area right around maybe Midway and points to the south and west and to the southwestern suburbs. I think that's where we're going to start to see more of these storms fire, or perhaps some of these storms maybe develop a little bit farther to the south. Again, a little bit of lightning within these. We expect this kind of off and on storminess to continue overnight. And then as we get into tomorrow, it'll be slightly cooler. So that should mitigate some of the lightning threat, but I still think rain is going to stay in your forecast through tomorrow. By the way, also notice at Midway it is still 84. Meanwhile, O'Hare has cooled down to 74 because of the rain that's moved through. It's also why I think that the central and southern part of Cook County is going to be our next focal point within the next hour or so of a few thunderstorms popping up. Our future clouds and radar keeps those scattered thunderstorms in the forecast for the next several hours as we get through about 9 o'clock or so. Again, more pop-ups. Don't pay attention to exact location when it comes to model output. Just get the general idea. Scattered thunderstorms. This is exactly the textbook case of what we would expect when scattered thunderstorms are in our forecast. Through early Sunday morning, notice the temperatures have cooled down. So we're into the 60s, and we may not warm up as much tomorrow as where we're going to be today. So anything that does move through, and we are expecting a system to move through, shouldn't have the thunder and lightning with it, or at least as much of it as what we're dealing with right now. But scattered showers are certainly going to stay with us as the temperatures hold into the 70s. And then I think by tomorrow evening, we may begin to move this out of here. We could get a very pleasant and very comfortable second half of your Sunday as we hope to clear that out. Now, as far as the severe weather threat, because we still expect more scattered storms to develop as we get through the next several hours or so, that threat is farther to the south, where they are dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings, and there have been a few tornado warnings and flash flood warnings. This is where the threat for severe weather is likely to stay. We couldn't rule it out completely. We will certainly keep our eye on it. Once we get through that system, we may wrap up a couple of isolated storms or showers on Monday, but the temperatures are going to start to warm back up. So 84 expected for your Monday, and then as we look to July 4th, things should improve. It's going to get much warmer, highs near 90, lots of sunshine, and then beyond that, we hold the temperatures near 90 for at least one more day, but another front arrives sometime Wednesday night, and that drops the temperatures back down into the low 80s and clears us out as we head into the end of the week.
All right, thanks, Rob. Now